What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? It is time for the weekend forecast. Let me play around for a minute, y'all. Hang on. Ooh, that looks cool. Will it stay like that by default? Probably not, will it? Looks kind of cool though, man. I dig it. I don't like that one. That one looks cool though. All right, my bad, y'all. Time for the weekend forecast for all my signs of the zodiac. All right, y'all. Don't forget to look in the description of the video if you would like a personal reading. And remember, throughout the remainder of July, there's still a reading sale going on, where the full personal readings are half price, except for the one-day turnaround readings. Those are regular price. So, in the description of the video is the link that will take you straight to that page on our website. All right, let's jump on into this. Let's see what messages we have for the Aries family. Aries, what do we got for you? Trying to break this new deck in, man. Gilded Tarot, it's all slippery. It's taking forever to break this in. All right. What messages do we have for the Aries collective? I don't even really know exactly how I'm going to lay this out. Let's see. Woo, the Queen of Wands. Is that you, boo-boo? Is that you, boo-boo? Standing your ground, putting your foot down. Hang on. Can't really say a whole lot about that yet because I don't know what's going on here. All right, let's see. Boom, Three of Wands in the reverse. Oh, okay. Oh. So it looks like there's some kind of situation here that popped off into some drama in the past. And is this person giving you the silent treatment? There's definitely somebody that's been giving you the silent treatment. They've been waiting on you to come forward and break the silence. But in actuality, I think that they're just too afraid to approach you. They don't really know how exactly. They don't know how to break the ice with you. And they're too afraid to come forward. Maybe afraid that you're still mad at them. Waiting for you to let your guard down. Wow. Man, King and Queen of Swords. Well, I don't know if you're still mad at them or not, but I think mainly what they're doing is projecting. They're mainly projecting because they're still mad at you, right? So then it's like, well, then what's the fucking point of waiting on them to come back? Like, what? That didn't make no sense to me. Why the fuck would you want to talk to somebody that you're mad at? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? I'll never understand that. But they've been waiting on hearing from you, but they're not waiting with open arms. That's the thing. It makes no sense to me. Anyway, hang on just a second, y'all. It's kind of going in circles. Ace of Pentacles, Emperor. We're going in circles now. I'm not really seeing a whole lot of movement happening here, though. I'm really not. Four of Cups. Two of Swords. Okay, not a lot of movement happening here. I think you intimidate this person is what it is. You intimidate them. Whatever. Let's just see what's coming in next. What's actually coming in for Aries? Enough of this stupid shit. Somebody waiting around. What's actually coming in? What deck do I want to use? How about the Royale? This is probably one of my favorite deck duos of all time. Standard Gilded Tarot and Gilded Tarot Royale. They make a very good team. All right. What's coming in next for Aries? Six of Wands reversed. Okay, so, well, the next person coming in might not be ready to settle down right away. I'm thinking that this person has some options available to them, and you may know that. I think you know that this person has a lot of options available to them. They don't really seem like they want to settle down. So that kind of triggers your defenses a little bit. But there's still, whoever this is that's giving you the silent treatment, I'm trying to steer around it. It's not letting me steer around it. It's not letting me at all. All the same cards keep coming out of this past energy. I'm trying to steer around it and avoid it, and it's not letting me. I know, especially for those of you who are not here inquiring about a past person, I can't help it, man. It's coming. This person's really strong showing up in your energy. Really strong. I'm seeing you connecting with somebody who's very interested in you, but you may not be all that interested in them. I got to get some advice for you. Aries, Aries, Aries. I don't know what you got going on this weekend, but you need some advice. What advice do we have for the Aries family? What advice do we have for the Aries family? Okay, ooh, temperance. Lay low. I know you don't want to hear it. Well, some of you may, but lay low and relax in regards to anybody from your past. Anybody. I don't care who it is. Even if it's a family member, I don't care who it is. Do the best that you can to release that energy yourself. I don't think there's anything that you have unfinished or incomplete from the past. So if you feel a sense of unfinished business, that's all happening inside of you. You know, you're the only person who gets to decide whether the business is finished or unfinished. You're the only one that gets to do that. You're the only being in existence who gets to decide why something happened to you. You're the only one that gets to do that. You know, most people don't know they have that kind of power over their life. Most people have no clue. So let me ask you this. Let's say something happened to me 3 years ago, and I'm the only being in existence who gets to decide why that was meant to happen. And I don't bother doing that. Then what is that experience that happened to me? What is it? Unresolved, unfinished business, which is what turns into karma. That's what turns into karma. I decide why that thing happened to me. I decide that. I am the boss. I am the president. I am the emperor. I am the king. I am the president and the CEO of my life experience. It don't matter if 100,000 people are casting judgment on why something happened to me. That ain't nothing but 100,000 farts in the wind without my consent. Do you know you have that kind of power over your life? So I don't know who needs to hear that, who has this feeling of unfinished business and tension with somebody from the past. But at the end of the day, and when it all comes down to it, that experience is meaningless without your consent. It has whatever meaning you give it. And if you don't give it a meaning, it's karma. Well, it will be. When it all comes down to it. When you leave this planet, it'll be karma. So, think about that. Think about that. And no, unfortunately, it's not always as quick and easy as just saying, okay, well, I decide that it means this. Sometimes it can be. But very frequently, it can be a long, drawn-out, energetic process of actually having to create and manifest and intentionally create a meaning behind something. But I would get to work finishing up any unfinished business you had with anybody in the past before you really get serious about trying to settle down with somebody new. Especially this weekend, when somebody from the past is throwing a lot of energy at you. Make sure you release it. Don't claim it. Don't claim it. All right, Jesus Christ. Let me clear the air for Taurus. Let Man, we already started off this video with Aries bringing some heavy fucking energy in the room here. All right, let's see what messages we have for Taurus for the weekend. What are the most important messages for the Taurus family? Taurus, what messages do we have for you, boo-boo? What do we got? What do we got? What's for the Taurus family? Boom, boom. Page of Wands reverse. Some of you dealing with a fire sign, possibly. Knight of Swords reversed. Ooh, 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 boo-boo. Some of y'all dealing with a really insanely intense connection. And there's either no communication or very, very piss poor communication. One of the two. Now, we have all this back and forth energy here. This is what I can't stand. Page of Pentacles upright, Page of Wands reversed. So you got somebody that's been trying to get your attention. They've been trying to, but for whatever reason, it's not indicating why they won't directly communicate to you. With the Five of Wands reversed, that would indicate to me that they're trying to avoid conflict. I don't know. Would there be conflict? You tell me. I don't know. Ah, they're afraid you're still mad at them. Oh, okay. They've been trying to get your attention, though. They've been doing things to try to get your attention. Some of you may have noticed that. I know that may not be all of you, but I'm really kind of feeling like at least one or two of you have kind of noticed it, but you're overthinking it. Like, nah, I'm just imagining that. No, you're not. That thing that they posted that you think may be directed towards you, it was. It was. It was. It absolutely was. But, I don't know. They're afraid you're still mad at them. Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, well, what's coming in next for Taurus? What is coming in? Anything new coming in? Anything old coming back? Let's do a deck swap. Anything new coming in? Anything old coming back? What's coming in? Ooh, the Moon card. So the next person, okay, wow. The next person coming into your life is on a completely different vibrational frequency. Completely different. Right now, you are right smack dab in the middle of a very powerful transformation process that's molding you and shaping you into the person that is a frequency match to that next person coming in. And you know what that means, right? That means that you don't have any miscellaneous contracts due to come in. I'm not seeing any karma, not seeing any learning experiences that you need to undergo. You're not in need of a bump contract. The next person due to come in is your person, bruh. But see, that person vibrates all the way up here, and you're right here. Now, don't assign any judgmental connotations to that, okay? That's what I don't like when it comes to, we always want to assign connotations of judgment, like good and bad. I'm not saying good frequency, bad frequency. It does not matter if you are a good person or a bad person, or a smart person or a dumb person. We have good people and bad people, and smart people and dumb people who vibrate at the same frequency and come into each other's lives all the fucking time. All the time. So let's just put it to you like this. Yo person is on 107.7 top country hits, and you're tuned in to 93.1 hip hop and R&B. Is that a better analogy? That makes sense? So right now, the universe has kind of pulled you away and is putting you through some things that are molding you and shaping you in a way that you're turning that frequency knob. You're turning the dial. You know, things may be a little bit weird, maybe a little bit staticky. It's happening that way for a reason. I don't think this is coming in this weekend, but it is on the horizon. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. What is the advice? The death card. So, first things first. Leave the past in the past. I know some of you know that to be common sense, but some of you don't. Okay? Leave the past in the past. Here's what always helps. And trust me, I know how tricky this is. This is hard, especially when you're going through something fucked up. But at any given time, take a look around at your life and say, okay, universe, I'm trusting that I'm right where you want me. Why do you want me here? I don't know. But I'm trusting that you want me here for a reason. So if there is somebody that you have pulled out of my life, I'm trusting that you did it for a reason because you're not a dumbass. Even if you walked away from them, you didn't make no mistake. The universe guided you away from that person. See what I'm saying? So first, leave the past in the past. Second of all, do the best you can to remain patient. It may seem like time is standing still right now, and you are in between ticks of the talk, but you ain't. Before 2024 is over, the transformation that you're going through is going to start becoming very blatantly obvious. What you're in the middle of right now is the transitionary process out of the old cycle. The old cycle is closing out. It's in the middle of the closing out process. Here very soon, the new cycle is going to begin to unfold, and that's when shit's going to get weird. That's when shit's going to get weird. So don't fight the process of the changes that are happening in your life. Don't fight the death process, okay? The death card's actually, it makes people shit their pants sometimes, but it's actually a very positive card, okay? The only time it turns negative is when you try to fight against this process. And if you fight it, that's when the universe will kick the tower over on your ass, okay? Roll with it. Roll with the flow. Don't fight the changes. I know y'all hate change, but don't fight it, okay? All right. Gemini. Gemini, what do we got for my Gemini family? What do we got, boy? Ace of Pentacles reversed. So, hang on. Whoever you're dealing with right here, there's no offer being made. There's somebody that you know at a very, very deep level has very strong feelings for you, but they don't seem to be expressing it. They don't seem to be expressing it. So you are spending some time up in your head. I think you can kind of go back and forth. There's some days that you're convinced, man, this person's in love with me. Then there's other days where you're like, man, I'm just making that shit up in my head, ain't I? I'm just making this up. Well, I got news for you. You're not making it up. You're not making it up, okay? I do think that whoever this individual is that you're dealing with is somebody that you do have some karma with from a previous lifetime. And yes, they feel the connection too. Yes, they do. It probably just bothers them, honestly. I think it just kind of bothers them because they don't know why they feel the connection so strong. They have no idea. They feel a really strong connection, but they don't know why. So it weirds them out. So they're putting on a cloak of false confidence and like basically pretending that they don't give a shit. It's an act. They feel the connection too. It just freaks them out and it bothers them, so they're not acting on it. Well, what's going to happen with this situation? What's the outcome with this situation? Is a love offer being made? 9 of Pentacles reversed. Let's see what's happening with this situation. Queen of Swords reversed. Y'all ain't showing each other any emotion. Boom. 5 of Pentacles. You may just end up abandoning this situation altogether. Altogether. Some of you are going to abandon this situation and just go lay low and not mess with nobody. What's the advice for Gemini? What advice do we have? Boom! Knight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. This kind of sounds like what I was telling Taurus a little bit. Kind of, sort of. Okay, here's a philosophy that I've been living by for years now. And knock on wood, it hasn't failed me yet. If something is out of my control, I'm trusting that it's part of the plan. Plan makes no sense to me. I have no fucking clue why the universe is making this happen this way, but all right, universe, dude, I'm trusting that you're not a dumbass and you're doing what's best for me in some way. So sometimes, even if you have a contract with somebody, you know if that person's energy is fucked up enough, the universe won't bring the two of you together. If your all's energy is fucked up enough. Because you still have a whole string of other soul contracts and missions and assignments in this lifetime. And if somebody that you have a soul contract with will pull you off of your path, Spirit will be like, nah, fuck that. No, this energy's too fucked up. Nope, I'm not going to bring this person into your life. I got a job for you, okay? Yeah, y'all got some karma, but you have the rest of all fucking eternity to clear that karma. You got a job in this lifetime. That person's going to completely rip you off your path and destroy your fucking life. So nope, I'm not bringing the two of you together. The universe is doing you a favor. This is not somebody you need in your life at all. So, thank the universe and trust the process. All right? Okie dokie. I don't know if I like that anymore. There we go. Let's go back to normal. Okay, yeah, I like that better. All right. Cancer. Let's see what messages we have for the Cancerian Collective. What are the messages for the Cancerian Collective? Ace of Wands reversed. So whatever this situation is, somebody is starting to lose a lot of passion. Kind of feels like your energy, I'm not going to lie. These energies could go both ways. So if you're not losing passion, if you're still very, very passionate about this situation, it might be them losing passion. Somebody is completely losing interest in this situation and this connection altogether. Hang on a second, y'all. All right. Bam! Empress reversed, yeah. I can't help it, man. I hate to get too specific, but this feels like you completely losing attraction for whatever this person or this situation is. It's not really telling me why either. I don't know if you all have just been looping around and repeating the same cycle over and over and over and over and over. Or maybe this is just a situation you've been waiting on for too long. Whatever it is, I'm feeling like it's depleted your life force energy, and it's depleting you. It's draining you to the point to where you don't even have any fucks left to give. You gave your last fuck a long time ago. So, I do think that whatever this situation is you're dealing with, was supposed to be a long-term contract. It was supposed to be a much more long-term contract than whatever it ended up turning out to be. So especially some of you have been dealing with this person, but even if not, even if this is somebody you never even came together with, for some of you, regardless, this was supposed to be a long-term contract, and you know this. You feel it at a soul level, but you're just depleted and drained dry. Especially some of you are dealing with somebody that maybe just keeps showing interest to other people. I feel like they have their options open. Maybe they flirt with other people, talk to other people, you know. They could be like just straight up going out and seeing other people, but really they would if they could. Whether they're successfully seeing other people or not, the point is they would if they could. So I'm just seeing you're getting to a point now where you're about at your wit's end. Yeah. It's just turning toxic, too toxic, and it's draining the shit out of you. Some of you dealing with a Capricorn. I also have Aquarius and Taurus here. Let's see what's due to come in next. What is due to come in next? Who's the next person coming in? Something new coming in, something old coming back. What's coming in next? Man, some of y'all have somebody from the past that's going to break the silence. Possibly somebody you haven't heard from in a while. Yeah. This feels like somebody from the past breaking the silence here. That's what that feels like. Yeah, I'm thinking a reconciliation attempt is going to be made. But oddly enough, I feel like this may be a test. A lot of you are going to be tested. And with the Queen of Wands and the Justice, it feels like you're very, very likely to ace this test with flying colors. Especially if you haven't talked to this person in like a long time, and you've had a chance to heal, and you've had a chance to gather your thoughts and the dust settle and all that good stuff, and now you see them from a whole new light, and you have no interest in reconnecting with them. Even if you think you may, I guarantee you have a 15, 20-minute conversation with this person, you're going to be like, whoa, nah, I'm good. I'm fucking good, dude. I'm good. So I don't really think, I'm thinking that this person, their intentions are to attempt reconciliation, but I don't think you're going to do that. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice for the Cancerian Collective. What's the advice? Two of Cups reversed. So if you end up hearing from somebody from the past, keep them at an arm's distance for a little bit. Don't be so quick to rush in and meet up with somebody from the past. Keep them at an arm's distance and just observe what their general intentions are. Set boundaries and pay attention to how they respond to that. Pay attention. This is how you know when somebody's trying to manipulate you. I get that question from time to time. How do I know if somebody's manipulating me? The quickest, easiest way to find out if somebody's trying to manipulate you is to set boundaries and pay attention to how they respond to those boundaries. A person who is not trying to manipulate you will respect your boundaries even if it doesn't benefit them. Damn, man, that's how you feel? That sucks, man. I don't agree with you, but okay, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. It is what it is. That's a person who's not trying to manipulate you. A person who is trying to manipulate you will not respect your boundaries. They will not accept. They will not take no for an answer. They will push and poke and push and poke and push and poke. And if you keep your foot planted, they'll keep trying to bend and twist, and then they'll start jabbing you and shaming you and guilt tripping you. And then if you're stubborn and bullheaded enough, and this person is a shitty enough person, then they'll flip out and get pissed off. So set some boundaries, keep your guard up, and just see how this person respects your boundaries. I don't think it's going to take too terribly long before you see what their MO is. All right, Leo. Let's see what messages we got for the Leo family. What are the messages for the Leo collective? Boom. 8 of Pentacles reverse. Some of you are interested in somebody at the workplace, possibly. Hang on. Now, I know that's not all of you, but let me just put it to you like this. For those of you interested in somebody at the workplace, I don't know if this person wants a workplace relationship. But I know that's not all of you, so just chuck it if that's not your story. 2 of Wands. So you're in communication with somebody, but no decision is being made. Let me put it this way. If you're waiting on communication, there will be. So I'm seeing communication, right? But no decision is being made as to where this connection is going. 2 of Wands. I think this person is guarding their heart. They're very jaded. You're dealing with somebody that's very jaded and just does not have a very positive outlook on love in general. Just in general. They've been fucked over, cheated on, manipulated, lied to, used, abused, chewed up and spit out too many goddamn times, and they just don't have a very positive outlook on love. They just don't. And like most people, this person probably hasn't healed from anything that has ever fucking happened to them. Most people fucking don't. So that's why they're kind of just hanging back with their guard up, not really making a decision. That's the reason why. Let's see the outcome of this situation. Is this situation ever going anywhere? Is there ever going to be any action taken or anything with this situation? Just a couple cards. Just a couple. Communication. That looks like it's about as far as it's going. Honestly. Yeah, 10 of Wands reversed. Lover's card reversed. Yeah, it's looking kind of like it's getting to the point where I don't know if you're losing interest, but it's getting really hard for you to feel a really strong connection with this person anymore. And I don't think they're taking it much. Whatever the next level is, let's put it like that. Whatever the next level is. So let's say we're just talking, right? They're not making that offer to take things to the next level. Right, so let's say we have made it official. And what's the next step after that? Maybe moving in together? They're not taking action to take things to the next level. Let's say this person's long distance. Well, let's take the next step towards coming together. They ain't doing that. They're not taking things to the next level. And it's really making you lose interest, like big time. Losing interest big time. What's the advice? What is the advice? Three of Swords. It's not going to give me a lot of wiggle room, is it? Hate it when that happens. Eight of Wands. It's not giving me much wiggle room. Shit. Well, here's the only thing that I can say, and I think I already gave you all this advice, but here's the only thing that I can say. If you haven't, let your feelings be known. If you haven't, but we need to have that conversation. Where are we going with this? Where's this going? We're doing this or we're not? Which is it? Which is it? Because if you don't make a decision, I'm going to make the decision. Later. Deuces. Bye. It's about all you can really do here. So, okay. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your sign is. I don't care why you're watching this video. Don't cling to anybody who does not see the value that you bring to the table. And don't you ever bend over backwards and try to break your back making somebody see the value you bring to the table. Okay? If somebody doesn't see what you have to offer, what you bring to the table, and the value that you have to offer, fuck them. There's somebody out there who will. Don't settle until somebody does. You're better off being alone than sitting around waiting on a person to appreciate you. You'll never find happiness doing that. All right, Virgo. Let's see what we got for the Virgo family. What are the messages for the Virgo family? Communication. Woo! Hang on. It's looking good so far. Some of you dealing with somebody at the workplace. So you're communicating with somebody, but things are moving really, really slow. Really slow. There's a love interest here. Doesn't really look like y'all are coming together. Not moving very fast. Moving slow as shit. Y'all talking. It feels, oops, where'd it go? It feels kind of like there are blockages between the two of you. Something is blocking you and getting in the way of this. It's not really telling me what it is. So it's probably very different depending on you and your specific situation, but there's some kind of blockage. Now, here's my thing. Blockages, obstacles, and whatnot, challenges between the two of you, okay. But we have to both agree to work together to overcome those blockages. And I don't see this person doing that. Give you an example. Let's say it's your work schedules. It's just an example. We have conflicting work schedules. Okay, well, I want to see you. So I'm going to go to my boss and be like, yo, can I get this day off? Or can I switch schedules with this person? Or can I move to Tuesday through Saturday instead of Sunday through Thursday? Or something like that. Or you know what? I'm just going to go find another goddamn job then. Something. Because I want this connection. Like, I want this connection. I'll do whatever I can to overcome the blockage and the obstacle. They ain't doing that. They're like, yeah, well, I don't want it that bad. My job is more important than anything else. I'm not gonna forego what I have going on in my life right now for anybody. So I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Hey, it is what it is. But right now, this person isn't taking the action to overcome whatever blockage is coming between the two of you. Or here's another real common one. Another person. Not another lover, but like say it's their mama. Say it's their mama, right? You ever meet a dude that's a little mommy's bitch? Oh, you don't need her. She looks like a skank. You know, or some shit like that. Man, if a man wants you, He should be like, no, fuck you. I want to be with this woman. No, not mommy's little titty baby. No. And at the end of the day, would you want to be with somebody like that anyways? Maybe it's their best friend. You know, somebody getting in their ear and their opinion affecting the decision that you make. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of blockage is happening here, and they're not doing anything to overcome it. So let's just get the advice for this situation then. What's the advice for this situation? This is going to be... All right, hang on. Well, if there's a blockage between the two of us, and I'm willing to work towards overcoming it, but you're not, well then I'm going to go find a door that will open. I'm going to go find a door that'll open that. If you can actually see that there is a golden opportunity available to you, right? And you're too dumb to understand the value of what we could bring to the table. We could come together. We could be a fucking power couple, dude. You worry about your little punk ass job when we could come together and build a fucking business or some shit? I don't need you in my life. I'm going to tell you something similar to what I told Leo, because that's about the only wiggle room that I have here. Because the same card came out. It came out for Leo. Let's have that conversation then. Whenever it feels right, depending on how long y'all been talking. If you only been talking for a week or two, it may not be appropriate yet. But I know there's one or two of you that been fucking talking to this person or you know, whatever for like a month, 2 months. We've been talking for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Time to have that conversation. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I'm feeling like some of you have a blessing waiting for you on the horizon as soon as you let this go. As soon as you let go of what isn't working for you, or what the universe isn't just trying to push into your life, the universe will bring somebody into your life that'll make you look at this person and laugh your ass off. So some of you may be blocking your own blessings by holding on to something that the universe isn't trying to bring into your life. We've all been there. We've all done it. So you take that information and do with it what you will. All right. Libra. What messages do we have for Libra universe? Boom, 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 boom. Woo, the Hierophant. The Hierophant. Ooh, okay. All right. So, shit, 5 of Wands. Okay, so you're definitely, whatever situation that you're dealing with is definitely karmic in nature. Now, for those of you new faces that don't know anything about the way I read and the way I break things down and explain things, when I say it's karmic, that does not mean that it's supposed to be bad. When I say karmic, that does not mean that it's supposed to teach you a lesson. And when I say karmic, it abso-fucking-lutely does not mean you're being punished. I can't stand it when people use the word karma to describe those things. Now, can karma encompass those things? It can, but that's not what it intrinsically means. All it means is that you and this person have unresolved, unfinished business from a past life. That's all it means. All it means, you and this person had some kind of soul contract in a past life that you fucked up somehow. So you agreed to come together and try it again in this lifetime. And like most of the beings who are here trying to work on karma, doesn't look like it's working out in this lifetime either. So it looks like whatever this cycle is, it's looping around again. If it's a past person, you might end up going through a repeat cycle with them. If this is a current person, it's still looping around. Well, shit. Let's see what's due to come in next. Who's the next person coming in? What's the next contract coming in? Temperance. God damn it, man. I came out in the last spread, too. I was trying to steer around it. Okay, so actually, I know y'all, a lot of y'all ain't going to want to hear this, but the universe is trying to give you the chance to regain balance. Regain balance before the next contract can come in. Yeah, ooh, the next person coming in, you are not going to be confused about how this person feels about you. There will be no confusion at all about this person's feelings, but you have to be in the right headspace and in the right heart space. For some of you, this person could be a business owner. They have a very healthy balance between their logical and their emotional mind, and they absolutely will not tolerate any kind of drama or unnecessary nonsense and bullshit. Not saying that that's what you're bringing to the table, just saying that's this person's intentions. I'm looking for something serious. I'm not looking for no childish bullshit. I'm not looking for meaningless, pointless, petty arguments. I'm not looking for no controlling jealousy, insecurities, accusing me of doing shit I didn't do. I don't want that. I will walk the fuck out this door. I will walk out that door. I dare you to accuse me of some bullshit I didn't do. Again, not saying you're going to. I dare you to start an argument with me because the fucking toilet paper roll is on backwards, just because you woke up in a bad mood. I dare you to project your trauma onto me because you have unhealed PTSD from something somebody else did to you. I'm out of here. Later. Deuces. That's where this person is. That's why right now the universe is giving you a chance to regain balance and peace. And you're coming into a place of relaxation and peace. And by the time you and this person come together, as long as you're in the right headspace and in the right heart space, you will feel a very, very calm sense of relaxation. You know how sometimes you connect with that person and you get the butterflies in your stomach and your knees get shaky? That's not a good thing. It's not supposed to feel like that. It's not a good thing. Okay? A genuine connection should feel very calm, familiar, relaxing, and peaceful. And this will. This will. And it'll more than likely be long term. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. Oops. What advice do we have? Hey man, King of Wands, just stand on business. No games. You just go at it with the same mentality they do. Yeah, don't temperance again. Told you. See, when I try to steer around it, I'll do that sometimes. A card will come out and I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about that right now. And I pull the next spread and it comes out again. And I pull the next spread and it comes out again. 3 times in a row. Woo-saw. Woo-fucking-saw. Okay? This right here ain't going to cut it. Woo-saw. King and Queen of Wands. So the most efficient way to maintain the most level head going into a connection with any person is to have no expectations. None. None. right? That's the majority of our problems as humans is our own expectations. I thought this was going to happen this way, but it didn't. It happened that way. I thought you were going to do this, but you didn't. You did this instead. I think this should be happening this way, but it's not. It's happening that way. And we do that naturally. We're like hardwired to do that. So relinquishing our expectations, especially in regards to other people. And that's scary. You got to have a real strong sense of emotional integrity. That's scary. If you don't have emotional integrity, you won't be able to do it. What I mean by that is, maybe I can't trust you. Maybe I can't. Maybe you'll totally fuck me over. But you know what? I'm cool with that. Because if you fuck me over, you're the idiot, not me. I know where my heart is. I know what my intentions are. I know what I have to offer, and I know what I bring to the table. So if you do something dumb, I'm not going to trip over you being an idiot. If you do something dumb, you're the fucking idiot. You're the one that ruined the best thing that could have ever happened to you. You're the one that burned a very valuable bridge. So what am I worried about? I ain't worried about nothing. That level of emotional integrity is tricky to find. But believe it or not, you can maintain a very, very level head that way. Very level. Because when we start getting our expectations in the way, then our brain starts making up all these different scenarios in our mind of shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and this should happen this way, it shouldn't happen that way. If this happens, that means this, and if this happens, it means that. And then, we will sabotage it. We'll fuck it all up and sabotage it with our own fear, trauma, PTSD, insecurities, and all that shit. So that's what's happening with you right now. So be sure when the next person does come in that you're very calm, cool, relaxed, and level-headed, okay? And you can kick your running shoes off and get comfy because you ain't going nowhere. All right, Scorpio. 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 Boom, 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 whoa. Somebody here wants to be single. Who is this? Is this you? I wouldn't imagine this is you, is it? If this is you, you wouldn't be watching me. Maybe it's you, I don't know. Or for some of you, you may be interested in somebody that just wants to be single. That's kind of honestly what it feels like. Feels like you're dealing with somebody that just prefers to be single. Interested in somebody that prefers to be single. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, this person may be stringing you along, though. I would say be careful and don't let this turn into a sex-based connection. If you have not been sexually intimate with this person, we're all adults here, do what you want, but I would advise that you be very careful about that. Because it does feel to me like that's about all this person really wants. If you're being strung along by somebody where it kind of seems like they're into you, and then other days it kind of doesn't, but they do just enough to keep you hooked, it's because they're trying to get laid. Or whatever else. Okay, so that's kind of gender specific. Okay, so if you're a female interested in a male, he's probably just trying to clap some cheeks and get some booty, right? If you're a male dealing with a female, she's probably just trying to get you to open your damn wallet and pay her fucking rent or some shit, Something like that. But yeah, I'm feeling like this person really actually prefers to stay single. Honestly. Pretty strong connection. You're having a hard time backing away from this, having a hard time letting go of this, but it just doesn't really seem to be going anywhere. And it's affecting you. Some of you, it's affecting you in ways you're not even aware of. I feel like there's some of you that people are starting to notice it. People are starting to notice that something's bothering you. They may not be saying anything, but it's kind of starting to become obvious that something's bugging you. Because it's weighing on you very heavily, starting to mess with you a little bit. Some of you dealing with a Sagittarius also have Gemini and Aries here. So this individual is a very near and dear member of your soul family. That's why the connection feels so strong. Some of you may be wondering why you feel so pulled towards this person, and I'll tell you why. It's because the two of you have had many, many lifetimes together in which you played very close various roles in each other's lives. So what you're feeling is a strong sense of soul recognition with this person, right? You all could have been parent and child, sister and brother, auntie and nephew, uncle and niece, best friends, bitter enemies for all that. You know what I'm saying? You know that your bitter enemies are very near and dear soulmates. You know that, right? You know that, right? If I had to make a list of the top 3 hardest things to accept on the spiritual path, I think that would be number 1 or number 2. Somewhere between your bitter enemies are near and dear soulmates and the vast, staggering, overwhelming majority of the traumatic shit you experience in this life, you agreed to it before you got here. Those are the 2 things that are the hardest to accept. But regardless, I'm kind of trailing off the point. The 2 of you have had many, many lifetimes together in past lives. That's why you feel so pulled towards this person. Let's see. Is there going to be an outcome with this situation? Let's see. Fool card reversed. This person's playing mind games with you. Same card. This person would rather be single. They're playing mind games with you. Okay? They're trying to get something out of you. They're trying to use you for something. Again, if it's a dude, he's trying to get laid. If it's a woman, she's probably trying to get your money or whatever, right? You know, generally speaking, you get the point, right? So let's get the advice here. What's the advice? Queen of Pentacles reversed. 4 of Pentacles reversed. There's that 6 of Cups reversed. Damn it. I'm going to have to go to my default go-to. I haven't had much wiggle room for the advice at all here tonight. I hope the weekly forecast is more relaxed than this, because I've been feeling this whole video, there's this really tight sense of like, I feel kind of constricted and boxed in. I don't feel like I can push the walls of the box out and dig deep and play around with a lot of different energies. That happens sometimes. It's been happening more and more over the past couple of months, but especially here for the weekend forecast, I haven't had much wiggle room to play with the advice like I like to. So I'm going to try, though. I'm going to try. The only thing that I can recommend that you do, other than just walk the fuck away from this person, would be, first of all, to let your feelings be known if you haven't already. Second of all, lay the law on the table. I know that's my go-to, but that's all I have the wiggle room for here. Lay the law on the table, and let's have that conversation. What are we doing here? What are we doing? We're doing this or we're not. Some of you may have already had that conversation. That's really all you can do here with the situation. Somebody stringing you along, right? You've been hanging around waiting, wondering, wishing, waiting, wondering, kind of like just being strung along. Only thing you can really do is have that conversation. If you don't want to have that conversation, I feel you. That wasn't even really in the advice. Not really. Communication was in the advice, but if this person's not communicating fluently, the only thing you can do is Just tell them to fuck off. That's all. I have no wiggle room, dude. I hate it when that happens. Okay, Sagittarius. What messages do we have for the Saggy family? What are the messages? Knight of Wands reversed. Okay, good God. Page of Wands, Knight of Wands reversed. You are dealing with somebody that is extremely immature. Extremely. You and this person do have a long-term soul contract. So, I don't know what the problem is here, but if y'all don't get this shit figured out, it's going to turn into karma. Some of y'all, this is a long-term contract here that you have with this person. But they might not be mature enough to step up to the plate and be the person you need them to be. They might not. They got feelings for you. They absolutely love you. Absolutely. But this is headed straight towards karma. Straight towards it. The only thing that I'm not understanding is what is the fucking problem? This is what it's not telling me. There's a big puzzle piece missing here. Maybe, I guess usually when it happens like this, typically what that usually means is that each situation is so fucking vastly different that I can't generalize it for the group of you. You know? Because I do the best that I can to speak generally so that most of you can take it and apply it to your situation. But whenever a big puzzle piece like that is missing, that indicates to me that it's so different for every single one of you that I couldn't generalize it for very many of you at all. I might be able to generalize it for maybe one or two of you. But, you know, for whatever, something's getting in the way of this contract. This person I don't think is mature enough to be the person you need them to be. But this is a long-term soul contract. This ain't no little bullshit karmic contract. This ain't no little bump contract. This ain't no lesson that you're supposed to learn. This is a long-term contract here. And it's being fucked up. And it's about to turn into karma if y'all don't get this shit figured out. This is where karma starts, y'all. So ask anybody who comes to me for a personal reading. Well, 98% of them. 98% of the time, when you come to me for a reading, the first thing I look at, I don't care what your questions are, the first thing I look at is the soul contract. The first thing I look at, 98% of the time. Every now and then, I won't, but the vast majority of the time, the soul contract. You know what comes through about 75% of the time? Past life karma. About 75% of the time. And past life karma, like I've stated, is unfinished business from a past life. A soul contract that got fucked up in a past life, right? Well, this is that lifetime where it's getting fucked up. You all have a soul contract in this lifetime, and y'all fucking it up somehow. So, I didn't expect that. Fuck, man. Hang on, y'all. I'm getting hit with the drain already. I got 3 more signs left. Let's clear this air. All right. Nope, I already used that deck. Hang on. Is there going to be an outcome for this situation? What's happening here with this? What's the outcome? Is this going to take a turn for the best or take a turn for the worst? Boom, Queen of Pentacles. You're kind of growing numb towards this situation, aren't you? And when I say growing numb, I mean that if you haven't already, you're going to wake up in the morning and say, fuck this. You don't really slowly make decisions like that. Sometimes you do, but when it comes to something like that, some of you may already have. You still feel energetically pulled towards this person, but the emotional connection is taking a very drastic turn in a different direction. Very drastic. The tension is building. No, the cycle's repeating itself, and the Ten of Cups is reversed. So, now it's looking like this is this close to turning into karma. This close. This close. Is there even any advice I can give you for this? See, this is the tricky part about this. There's no one piece of advice that you can give one person that will fix a relationship. It don't work that way. Even if you're the one fucking everything up. Let's play devil's advocate for a minute, okay? Let's say, Sagittarius, it's all your fault. Just for example. It's all your fault. You're fucking it all up. You're starting all these fights. You're fucking everything up, okay? Well, even if I give you all the advice and you take it and you go inside, you own your bullshit, and you say, now, you know what? I am fucking up, man. That's not cool. Okay. And let's say you go and you turn all the knobs and whatnot, and you do all the inner work you need to do. That ain't gonna fix it. It won't fix it unless the other person agrees to change frequencies with you. See, because here's the part that nobody wants to look at. Even if you are fucking everything up, guess what? You had to match that person's vibration in order to be able to come into each other's lives and connect anyway. So if you change and they don't, y'all still are not a frequency match. Does this make sense? So that's why this is so slippery here. What is the advice for Sagittarius? Knight of Swords. Communication, man. Start with communication. Start with that. I know that sounds corny. That doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but that is huge. Huge, huge, huge. Do the best that you can to articulate your thoughts and your feelings as fluently and unequivocally as possible. Okay? And don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. If they say something, right, instead of getting that knee-jerk reaction, right, stop and ask them, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Every now and then, you know, that's a really good way when somebody's trying to, like, be slick and shitty, or if somebody's trying to give you, like, some kind of backhanded compliment or slide a sneaky little something in there, and you say, what did you mean by that? And you ask them to sit and articulate their intentions behind their words. If they are being shitty, well, now you just back them into a corner because now they have to expose themselves, you know? But maybe they're not being shitty. Maybe they're not. Well, okay, give them a chance to explain themselves. I think this may not be the end-all, be-all, but if the two of you can establish solid communication, then that could be the first domino that starts making things unfold in the right direction. That would be a really, really good stepping stone on the path of getting this thing on track here. Because the way it's going right now, I highly doubt y'all will even be connected come Halloween. And unless you are a skilled ass energy worker, that'll be a karmic tie. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. What are the messages for the Capricorn fam? What's the messages, man? What are the messages, man, for the Capricorn fam? Boom. Judgment reversed. Five of Pentacles reversed. Past energy, man. I wasn't going to say it, but it's past energy. This is past energy. There is somebody from your past that has unanswered questions, that feels unfinished business with you. They have been waiting very patiently, convinced that you're going to come forward. Now, every time this card comes up, I always have to ask the same question. Have you all done this before? Have you been on and off with this person before? I ask that because in the Three of Wands, okay, it's this one's kind of interesting the way this is depicted, but in the Three of Wands, the person is standing there waiting for their ships to come in. Okay? Waiting for their ships to come in. Now, this person is not standing there wondering if their ships are coming in. Their fucking ships are coming in. They know it, and they're standing there waiting. So that indicates to me that in this person's mind, they know that you're coming back. In their mind. Now, why would they be so convinced that you're coming back around? Why would they be so convinced of that? Either they just think they're God's fucking gift to the goddamn dating world. Of course, who wouldn't come back to me? Who wouldn't come back to me? Right? Or, y'all done this before. I'm sure it's different for all of you, but just putting that out there. They're convinced that you're going to be coming back around at some point. Even if y'all ain't talked in a fucking year. But that's about all this is giving me right here. Now, they're not trying to get your attention anymore. They were, but they're not anymore. Which begs the question, then why are they still convinced that you're coming back at some point? I just think that a lot of you dealt with somebody in the past that got such a big old ass goddamn head and such a big ass ego that even if y'all ain't talked in a year, in their mind, they think, man, Capricorn gonna regret it one day. One day Capricorn gonna regret it and come back begging for me. Even if they walked away from you. There's people out there like that. Believe it or not. There is literally people out there who just think they are God's gift to the dating world. You know, they think they turds don't stink. They just think they all that in a bag of tater chips. I ain't playing with you, dude. I'm being dead serious. Let's see if what's coming in? Is the past person coming back or something new coming in? What's coming in next? What is coming in next? Now, for those of you who reconnect with a past person, this is what's coming in next. You ain't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on in that card right there. That's drama and conflict. Oh, and you know that, don't you? So the past person is not communicating. I think a lot of you might end up connecting with somebody at the workplace. There's somebody coming in who's very interested in you that you're not interested in. That's what I'm seeing coming in next. Somebody you're probably going to turn down. Yep. Somebody coming in trying to run game on you and play games with you. King of Wands, reverse, Seven of Swords. You ain't no dum-dum. You ain't no dum-dum. Somebody's going to come and go real quick. I think it's going to be a test. You're going to be tested. Yep, you are going to be tested. You know what that means, right? That's good news and that's bad news. The good news is you're only tested when it's time to level up. That's when you're tested. The bad news is, no, when you're tested, especially love-wise, it's not with somebody that has good intentions. No, you're not tested when it comes to relationships by somebody that has good intentions. You're just not. That's the bad news. So let's get the advice. Doesn't feel like it needs advice because so far it looks like you're handling this situation the way you should. What's the advice? King of Swords reversed. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oops. Let's see if this will get a shuffle. Hang on. This deck's getting a tood. Deck's getting a tood, dude. What's the advice? Well, try not to allow any of your anger to get the best of you if somebody starts trying to play games with you. Thank you, Alicia, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Try not to let any bitterness come up to the surface. Because that's another thing that is so slippery about the karmic wheel. So slippery. I get it. When somebody's bullshitting you, when somebody's playing games with you, when somebody is lying, trying to manipulate you, whatever the case may be, you so badly want to just tell them to fuck off and tell them what time it is, right? Try not to do that. Try not to do that. All that's going to do is create karma if you do that. That's all it's going to do. I get it, man. We all want to do it. We all want to do it, but they don't do nothing but create karma. Do the best you can whenever somebody's playing games with you, trying to manipulate you, lying, cheating, whatever it is that they're doing. Just back away. Ghost them if you have to. Especially if they know what they're doing. Especially. If they know what they're doing, which they do. They a grown-ass adult. They know what the fuck they're doing. There's no point in having a conversation about that. You know what the fuck you're doing. You know why I'm backing away from you. You ain't got to explain yourself. See what I'm saying? So the best case scenario is your bullshit-o-meter starts going off. Bullshit detected. Bullshit detected. You back away from this. You completely avoid the situation altogether. You'll pass that test with flying colors and never even know you were being tested. Worst case scenario, you get sucked back in and you repeat a past cycle. Okay? So I would just say things start seeming a little bit fishy, a little bit weird. Things aren't adding up. Do the best you can to depart from it gracefully. Sometimes people won't let you depart from them gracefully, but do the best you can to try. Again, just create karma. All right. Okie dokie. Aquarius. Aquarius. What messages do we have for the Aquarius family? Uh-oh. Karmic tie. You're karmically tied to somebody. Let's see. Oh, you're probably not surprised to see that card. And the devil. Come on now. Well, I am seeing possible communication. I do think this person does want to talk to you. Wait a minute. I'm seeing two things coming in here. Okay, so I'm seeing past energy and new energy. Which one do I talk about first? Fucking Christ. Okay, well, the good thing is I do think that you have something new coming in. But you also have somebody from the past who's watching everything that you have going on. And they would love nothing more than to sabotage what you have going on. They would love it. Yeah, they would absolutely love that. I don't know why, because I don't think this person wants to be with you. I don't think they're trying to get back with you. They just don't want to see you move on and do better. Thank you for the super chat. It's Tamala. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, they don't want to get back with you. They just don't want to see you move on and do better. You know why? Because that makes them look bad. It makes them look bad. So whenever, okay, let me put it to you like this. Whenever two people fall out, right, there's going to be finger pointing. Two people are pointing the finger at each other, right? If you take person A into a room and ask them what happened, they're going to point the finger at person B. If you take person B into a room and ask them what happened, they're going to be pointing the finger at person A. So as an outsider, you can be like, well, who the hell's telling the truth? You know what tells the truth? What happens when the two people part ways. That's what tells the truth. That's what tells the truth. If you move on and do better, that shines a big spotlight on the fact that they were the toxic one. And everybody can see it. And at a deep level, they know that. They know that. Because this energy, it don't matter. It don't matter what the fuck they say. It don't matter what little rumors they try to spread about you. It don't matter how bad they try to drag your name through the dirt. This energy is not going to manifest anything good for them. But you got blessings coming in. And they know that you doing better is going to make them look bad. So they want to sabotage you. They want to pull you down with them. But I don't think you have to worry about that, because I feel like a lot of you, the next contract that's coming in has a lot more potential for success than this. Whoever the fuck this was. I don't even know if that was a karmic contract. It's not even telling me. Not even telling me. But there's going to be a lot more potential for success with the next person coming in. A whole lot more. And whenever there's a contract like that, you know, whenever you have somebody coming into your life that's supposed to stay there for a long time, ain't nobody gonna be able to sabotage that. They won't be able to sabotage that. No, they won't. Try as they may, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Let's see, let's take a look. Well, fuck, since two things came in there. Do we even need to look at the past? Do we need to look at that? I'll see if I can squeeze it in. I want to see a little bit more about what's coming in next. Not that the past isn't important, but I want to see, hang on. Let me see the next person coming in for Aquarius. We're on Aquarius, right? Are we on Aquarius? I think so. My brain is like scrambled eggs tonight, y'all. All right, yeah. Okay. Okay, hey, whoops, I dropped it. King of Coins. The next person coming in is rock solid. Rock solid. Okay? Could be an earth sign for some of you. Hey, Queen of Swords. Okay, a king and a queen upright. So this next person coming in is rock fucking solid. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. That's what I wanted to look at. I wanted to see, is this person the type of person that is maybe flaky and indecisive, insecure, something like that? Nah, they rock solid. So ain't nobody gonna be able to sabotage that. Ain't nobody gonna be able to sabotage that. What's the advice? What advice do we have for Aquarius? What advice do we have? Kick your running shoes off and get comfy. You ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere. Just try your damnedest not to engage with too much drama. And sometimes it's kind of hard. I know sometimes you get backed into a corner and you have no choice. But do the best that you can to just ignore all outside influences. At all cost, if you can, you know, unless you get backed into a corner. But yeah, you can kick your running shoes off, get comfy. Okay, you're about to be blessed. The universe about to bless the shit out you. Okay. Some of you at some point I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, though. At some point between now and the rest of all eternity, you and this past person need to have a conversation. Not right now, though. The energy is way too thick between the two of you. Way too thick. Way too thick. How long ago was that? Was that a long time ago? If y'all are dealing with a situation that came to an end a year, 2 years ago, that energy's way too thick. If this is something that came to an end recently, though, give it some more time before you shoot this person a closure message. Okay? You're going to need to shoot this person a closure message at some point. But just feel out the energy before you decide to do that. Okay? So, okay. Fucking Jesus, man. Clear the air one more fucking time. These are some of the heaviest energies I've pulled in a minute. I ain't even playing with you. I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight, man. All right, Pisces. Let's see what we have for the Pisces collective. What messages do we have for the Pisces collective? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Woohoo! Magician. Y'all are manifesting something good. Y'all manifesting something good. Oh yeah, yeah. Something's gonna come in and hit you at a very unexpected time. Very unexpected. Yup. Oh man, I'm proud of my fucking Pisces, man. Look at that. You don't even realize it. Some of you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even have a clue. But for whatever reason under the sun, which is going to be different for all of you, some of you are just tired of the bullshit. Some of you may not have any time. But for whatever reason, you're going to be completely distracted from thinking about relationships. Again, some of you just don't want one. Fuck it, man. I don't want that. I'm good. Others of you, maybe, I don't know, you get a second job and you ain't got no time for one. Or for whatever reason, it's not going to be on your mind. It's going to be kind of at an inconvenient time, too. And at a very, very sudden, abrupt, random, unexpected, inconvenient time, bam, bam. The universe is going to bring a person into your life that's going to rock your fucking world. Going to rock your fucking world, dude. The only thing that I'm seeing here is that you're a little bit unsure about whether or not to move forward with this. Usually, here's the funny thing. This is the funny thing about the difference between your ego and your intuition. Usually, your intuition is screaming no, but your brain is coming up with excuses. Well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe it'll be different, maybe this, trying to talk you into it. This one is going to be the other way around. Your intuition is screaming, do it, go, do this shit. But your brain is like, well, what if this happens, and what if that happens, and what if they're a liar, what if they're a cheater, what if they're playing with me, what if they're monkey chatter, right? And some of you may never have experienced the inverse of that little fucking energetic anomaly that goes on whenever you connect with somebody. You have only experienced the former rather than the latter. So it feels a little bit weird. It's a little bit different than anything you've experienced before. But a new opportunity is going to make its way into your life. It's just whether or not you choose to move forward with it. Oh, man, that's funny. It always happens that way, doesn't it? You all completed a karmic cycle. Especially those of you who just recently ended something. Regardless, whether it was recent, whether what, you completed a karmic cycle. For those of you inquiring about a past person, you have nothing in the past that you are due to repeat. I don't care who you are. I don't care why you're watching this video. Pisces, nothing from your past is due to come back. Period. Where'd it go? I just had the karmic wheel here. There it is. You have completed a karmic cycle. Okay? Nobody from your past is due to come back into your life. There is no spiritual purpose for anybody from your past to come back into your life. Some of you know this, some of you don't. So, okay. Damn. Let's see if I can get a little bit more information on the next contract coming in. Is this your actual person? You know that your person isn't the only human being that you can build a life partnership with, right? You know that, right? Oh, there are plenty of people right now who are building life partnerships with somebody who doesn't really align with their highest good, but they're making it happen. It's possible. It's possible. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more info on this next person coming in. Let's see. A little bit more. Okay, they want to take things slow. This person is not the type of person to just randomly, blindly jump headfirst into something without thinking about it. Okay. They're very kind and generous. You may notice that they're very selfless. They're very considerate of others, especially if you've never met somebody like that before. That may kind of blow your mind a little bit. They're not really an overthinker. This person just is really, you may kind of wonder if they're indecisive, but they're not indecisive. This person isn't indecisive. They are just very picky and choosy about the decisions that they make because they don't make half-assed decisions. There's a difference between being indecisive and being very meticulous about your decisions, because you know that once I make a decision, I'm in it. I'm in this shit. Ain't no backing out. It's 100% all in. I don't make half-assed decisions. So sometimes those lines can get blurred between those two. And you may wonder if this person's indecisive. They're not. They are not. They're just very calculated. Could be an earth sign for some of you. Could be an earth sign for some of you. Now, this person is in the middle of a very rough transition in their life. Very rough transition. From what? I don't know. Relationship, job, falling out with a family member, I don't know. Shang-a-lang-a-bing bang, baby. Shang-a-lang-a-bing bang. So, long-term contract due to come in. I think they're fresh out of a relationship. That's what I think. I think this person fresh out of a relationship, and they had just made the decision to stop dating and take a break. And then they meet up with you. So y'all are kind of mirroring each other as far as that goes. Y'all are both kind of taking the same stance on this, just in the mirror image reflection. Okay, let's get some advices for Pisces. Advice. What's the best advice for the Pisces family? Advice. What is the best advice? Okay, red flags. Let's talk about red flags, okay? Pretty sure I gave you all this advice a couple of weeks ago, but my channel is constantly growing, so there's always new faces in here. Okay, so now, when I say red flags, I'm talking about normal, run-of-the-mill, everyday red flags. I'm not talking about big, fucking, fucked up red flags. If you find out that somebody is living a double life as a crack-addicted hooker on the weekends, fucking run. I'm not talking about shit like that. If you find out this person is out on bail for murder, fucking run. I'm not talking about shit like that. I'm talking about the little shit, the little common sense shit. We're all regular humans. We all got our little toxic traits here and there. We all got our little stupid shit we got to work on. Talk about the little shit, okay? Every single relationship is going to have red flags. Every one of them. Every one of them. Even with the most spiritually awakened, spiritually attuned, mature, honest, loyal person of respect and integrity is going to have a red flag here and there. We all regular ass humans, dude. So here's what we do in the beginning. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's at least shine a light on the red flag. Example. Actions not matching up with their words. Small example, right? Well, in the beginning, some people may be kind of apt to just kind of keep their mouth shut and be like, that doesn't add up. Should I say something? Will that piss them off? Will that push them away? And then usually we'll just kind of stuff it under the rug like, nah, I'm sure they didn't mean to do that. They didn't mean to do that. So I'm not going to say nothing about that, right? Or there's two types of people. There's the type of person that does that. And then the other type of person bolts and runs. Oh, they said one thing and did something else. Fuck them. I'm not dealing with this. Pew, and they run. Well, let's meet in the middle. Let's talk about the red flags. Let's shine a light on the red flags. Like a mature, respectable adult. Let's talk about it. Yo, I could have swore the other day you said this. Now you're saying this. Maybe that was me. Did I misunderstand you? Or did something change? I'm just wondering, try to as calm, cool, and polite as possible. Because one of two things is happening. Either A, they think you're an idiot. They're full of shit. They're just blowing smoke up your ass and they don't think you're paying attention. Or B, maybe they just really weren't paying attention to what in the hell was coming out of their mouth. Especially maybe in the beginning, maybe they're shy. Maybe they're a little bit shy, and sometimes people who are kind of awkward and weird and shy like that, when they get into a relationship with a new person, the silence may kind of like dig at them a little bit, and they may just want to barf out arbitrary thought vomit just to fill the silence and just say something stupid that had no thought put into it and didn't mean anything, Either way, though, when you talk about it, when we lay it on the table, that shines a light on the fact that I'm watching you, I'm paying attention. I saw that, just to let you know. I saw that. So that'll make them think, oh shit, Pisces paying attention. Well, I better start paying attention to what's about to come out of my mouth then, huh? Let's talk about the red flags in the beginning. Let's shine a light on them. Bring it to the table so we can work through, because if we don't, here's what happens so frequently. We don't talk about the red flags, and then they keep building and building and building, and then we start getting frustrated and annoyed and pissed off and frustrated, and it builds and builds and builds and builds and builds, and then one day, pow! It blows up and explodes, and it just started off over something little stupid and petty, right? Other than that, though, do not let a new relationship distract you from the healing you need to do from the past. Okay? And yeah, don't be afraid to set healthy boundaries either. Don't be afraid to do that. And be sure you remember to respect any boundaries that this person may set. And lastly, but definitely not least, be sure you, to the best of your ability, make sure that this person feels safe and comfortable letting their guard down and opening up without being judged. Okay? As long as we're working on those things, none of us are perfect, man. But as long as we're putting forth effort towards those things, we should be carving out a pretty decent energetic pathway moving forward, okay? All right, y'all, I feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all once again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check down there in the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.